Hey guys, it's Minx here, hope you're doing well. I'm doing fine, thank you, and welcome to Sakura Dungeon. This is probably what's going to replace Danganronpa if it's any good, but we'll wait and see as to what this is fully like. I know I haven't finished Danganronpa yet, and it will be finished, but this came out today and I wanted to check it out and get a video up pretty quickly on this. So, I played obviously the Sakura games with Manly before, but this one is the first one that's like an actual game. This isn't just a visual novel, it's a RPG that has like a party system and stuff, apparently. I'm sure it has lots of visual novel elements to it, but anyway, let's play, shall we? Let's see how things go, huh? Normal, hard. I'm gonna play on normal. Yeah, I'm not playing anything else. So this is a Yuri visual novel, I think. Huh. Is this long dream finally over? What happened to me? How much time has passed? I cannot say for sure, but I can tell that I have not been awake for a long time. That's right, I'm beginning to remember now. A loud yawn escapes from my lips as I look around my surroundings. I rub the sleep away from my eyes, my blurred vision slowly focusing. That was a good nap. It's then that I notice something else, someone else, standing in the room. You! Monster! A woman clad in silver armor is pointing a sword at me. She is kind of rude considering that I have just woken up. I challenge you! I can't help but ignore her for a moment. Looking behind me, I see a shrine with a crystal in its center. Tapping the strange crystal, I feel my finger go numb. Tell me, what did you do inside this room? Huh? I solved the puzzle and you emerged from the mist which came out of it. So it seems like I was sealed in the puzzle. I have no idea how this puzzle works, but this woman was capable of figuring it out. But enough of that! I know not what you are, but I will defeat you. Oh, so you're an adventurer. I look her up and down. She does look like the type. You obviously can tell she's trained hard. Every single one of her movements is precise and efficient. Know my name, Fox. I am Seri, the Adventuring Knight. If you're an adventurer, you'd be up to date on current events, right? I don't understand why you're asking that, but yes. Tell me, adventurer, when did the mane of Queen Isis disappear into the dunes? She looks at me, dumbfounded. What a bizarre question. That was during mythical times, hundreds if not thousands of years. Oh. So it's been a while then. Several hundred years. I wonder what's changed since I've been asleep. Do you even not care that I'm here? Stop insulting me. She brings her blade down in an arching slice. I step to the side, avoiding it completely. She looks at where I was standing. How? So fast? Oh, it seems my power is missing. I can feel the magic pulsing through the room around me. My magic has been siphoned while I was asleep. That is not good. It seems that I'm going to have a lot of questions to ask when I get back to town, presuming it's still there. I still have enough power to defend myself against this adventurer, however. Grabbing the hilt of her sword with both hands, she swings at me again. Could you please stop that? Again and again, she keeps swinging. She's fast. Very fast. For a human, at least. However, she isn't able to keep up with me. No, you can't be this fast. Why not? You just can't be. She's quivering anxiously now. Damn it. Ignoring me for a moment, she looks behind herself. No, I can't run away. She steels herself. Face me, monster. She charges at me, brandishing her sword carelessly. I've had enough of this. In my hand, a swirling orb of water forms. Launching from my hands, the all-pitsy adventurer in the chest. The force of it sends her flying back across the room. Her armor shatters into pieces, of course it does. I slowly walk over, looking down as she lays on the ground. She tries to stand back up, but is unable to muster the strength to do so. But she doesn't look afraid. In fact, she's looking me dead in the eye. So, this is it then. I knew this day was coming to come eventually. Despite her obvious pain, she forces a smile. Well, you are my last opponent. Could I get a last request? I think you misunderstand my intentions. Even though this woman is hostile, I have no intention of ending her life. From my lips, ancient words pour. Mana envelopes the room, slowly circling in on the fallen knight. Wait! What are you doing? Eventually, I finish the spell, and my mana dissipates. Come on, get up. What? Don't be... Her body responds then and stands straight up. What? My body did that on its own. What did you do to me? Sorry, I had to test if the spell worked correctly. What spell? What did you do? It's a binding spell, a magical contract between you and I. From this day forward, you are my subordinate and I am your master. You may call me Yomi. I used the last of my power on this spell, so I'm going to be relying on you, Seri. I'm your what? Release me from this spell immediately! Sorry, but I can't release the spell right now. First of all, we need to get you somewhere safe. Let's see if I still have it. Checking one of my pockets, I can't help but smile when I see it. Here it is! I firmly grab the knight by her arm. What are you doing? Please just tell me what's going on. 3, 2, 1. The warp stone inside my robe begins to resonate. One moment we're standing in that room. The next we're standing in my hometown. Where are we? Somewhere safe. This is the town I passed through earlier. Why here of all places? Oh, good to know that illusion spell is still working then. What's even better is that this town is still standing. Illusion spell? I don't understand. What do you mean by... She slumps her shoulders in defeat. Well, it's somewhere safe. But what does this town mean to you, Fox? The humans here, so wouldn't this place be unsafe for you? Not at all. I founded this town myself. We needed to disguise the dungeon's entrance, so this was our solution. Dungeon's entrance? Wait, you telling me that you're the Dungeon Lord? I was, at least. But I'm guessing that is no longer the case. My connection to the dungeon has been severed. So that can only mean one thing. I've been usurped. Seri just stares at me in disbelief. Such a thing can happen? Sometimes, yes. Let me guess, you were there to clear out the monsters. Well, yes. But I failed miserably. That's good, actually. Our goals are the same. Anyway, I do not like seeing you walk around in tatters. Let's get you cleaned up. I take her with me to the inn. As I step inside, everyone goes silent. Everyone immediately stands up and rushes to the entrance. One particular figure stands out among them. None other than Isabella, my innkeeper. My humble master, is that really you? Really, really, really? Who else would it be, Isabella? Cheers are up from the inn. Sorry to keep you all waiting. We didn't know what happened to you. One day you were here, then you disappeared. This is all so sudden. Where have you been? I was sealed away inside the abandoned room. I do not quite remember how that happened, but I think I will work it out. I see. The important thing is that you're okay. We're so glad to have our Dungeon Lord back. I'm glad to see you all again. However, there is a problem at hand. Yes. Unfortunately, in your absence, someone else has taken your dungeon from you. I've heard things are really bad down there right now. Seri just stares at them. You were all monsters? Like I said, an illusion spell. Since you're currently my subordinate, you can see through it. She appears to be in a state of shock. Oh yes, we served her earlier. What is she doing with you? She's the one who released me. So I've decided that she's going to work for me from now on. It's not like you take humans for servants. Well, I have good feelings about this girl. She's looking kind of pale. And it looks like you two had a bit of a disagreement. Please see to her needs. No problem. I'm more than happy to serve you, my humble master. She leads Seri away to the spare room. I have a hot bath ready for you right away. I should be able to mend this armor too. Okay, that sounds fine. After a hot bath and a fresh change of clothes, Seri looks like she's been recovered from her shock. You're strangely hospitable for monsters. That normally would have cost me hundreds of gold pieces. We look after our own round here. Now then, Seri. I know you aren't going to like this, but we have to work together. You want to clear out the dungeon? I want to get my dungeon back. I do not think it's unreasonable to join forces, do you? She goes silent for a moment. While I find the idea of working for a monster completely absurd, I know there's nothing I can do about this spell you placed on me. And it is, as you said, we share a common goal. To defeat the monster reigning over this dungeon. So I see no point in being angry about things I cannot change. I accept this bargain. It makes me very glad to hear that, Seri. You look like you're quite experienced with dungeon delving, so I'm sure your expertise will be useful. Ha! It did me no good against you. I haven't had a real challenge in a long time, and it's gone to my head. Perhaps this experience is just what I needed. Sometimes you need to take a blow to your pride. It cannot hurt now and then, can it? Humility is the only way that we improve ourselves. She let out a bitter laugh. I would have liked to have learned this lesson a different way. But as you said, there's no point in complaining about circumstances you cannot change. Anyway, if you need some time before we begin our adventure, I understand. Please feel free to make use of any of the services we have here. Thank you. I think the first thing I need is a drink. She wanders off to the bar then. While this entire situation isn't ideal, I can't help but be excited. Several hundred years is plenty of time for things to change. There could be entire new human kingdoms out there. New monsters I could meet, new food I could eat. It's as if I have stepped into another world. While I cannot say that I was happy to be sealed, I want to make the most of this experience. So let's see what lies ahead. Okay, I guess we'll drop a save and see what happens. Okay, as you progress, a number of side stories are available in town. You can read them here. So let's see what's happening around town. Okay. Okay, so there's nothing there at the moment. Talk to Isabella. Okay, so go to the dungeon. Looks like... Oh, no, let's go to the shop. As I enter the shop, someone smiles at me from behind the counter. Now here is someone I've not seen in a long time. I do not believe it when they said that you were back. Well, I'm here. So what wondrous goods has my shopkeeper had to share today? Well, we've fallen in hard times since the new dungeon lord took over. We currently don't have the capacity to make any particularly strong items at the moment. If you bring me mana shards, though, I can make you some basic items. I hope that's enough to make you happy. It is more than enough. You've kept things here nice and tidy even after hundreds of years. There's loads of shit in here, by the way. Like, oh, we got nothing. There's fucking loads. I'm very proud of you, Charlotte. It's good to hear your words again, my humble master. I've been saving this in case I needed it, but I think it would be better if you had it. She walks up to me and places something in the palm of my hand. A warp stone. Excellent. Thank you, Charlotte. You're more than welcome. Bring back mana shards from the dungeon. I'll gladly make you more. At the moment, the shop does not have a wide array of items. As you progress to the dungeon, more will become available. Okay. This is just like a much more... I mean, obviously this is an adult game, but there's a much more adult one this is very similar to. I think it might even be the same artist, actually. I'm not sure, though. But I'm not going to name it here. Explore the dungeon. As we step towards the gate, Seri seems apprehensive. Is something the matter? Well, apart from everything that just happened, there's always a sense of anticipation before you first enter a dungeon. Well, this is the second time I'm entering. Technically, it's the first. My sealed chamber has long been since cut off from the actual dungeon. I see. Anyway, let's not worry about that. Let's take my dungeon back. Alright, I guess dungeon entrance floor 1. As we step inside, I can smell the earth and dust in the air. A dim darkness illuminated by a few spare torches spreads out in front of us. It's all too familiar to me. It's good to be home. So before we get started, there's just a few things I would like to make clear, Yomi. Yes? If we're going to work together, can we please approach this my way? Although you are very powerful, I do not know how much dungeon delving you've done, so I feel it would be best to use my experience here. As you wish. I'm simply here to provide guidance. What path you take is up to you. Strange words from someone who just enslaved me. That is just a necessary part of our agreement. So what do you propose? She pulls out a bundle of papers what appear to be a writing quill. Navigating a place like this is a difficult task. You need to map every little step you take. It's far too easy to get lost if you do not keep track. Very well. Anyway, I will take point. Let's get going, Yomi. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I get the general gist of the controls. So it's going to be like a really old school RPG. Right, so this is like traditional old school dungeon crawling here. As we continue to walk forward, I hear the sound of something moving in the darkness. Seri immediately reacts, readying her weapon to strike. Oh, turn it off. Bit by bit, our enemy emerges into the light of Seri's blazing torch. Our visitors! A rabbit monster? Aren't these notoriously weak? Nothing in this dungeon is as it seems. She has absorbed part of my power. Do not underestimate her. I'm very sorry, but the Dungeon Lord has made it clear that visitors aren't allowed. I'm also very sorry, but I can't leave. Let's get this out the way. Okay, so that's our first battle. Okay, we just got Seri in the party. Yomi isn't in it, I guess. Okay, so it's basic RPG stuff, I'm sure. She attacked me with gust. How dare she? Let's try triple slash. A single slash, I guess. Oh. Guess we'll guard. And I guess our AP back up when we guard. And another single slash. Defeated. Found 10 mana shards. Wow. Holy shit. Here we go. As Siri deals the final blow, the bunny girl is practically blown away by the force of it. Her clothes are torn to tatters, leaving her completely exposed. For a moment, she just sits there on the cave floor, looking down at the cloth scraps on the floor. My clothes! No! Why did this have to happen? Extremely embarrassed, she tries to cover herself up. You didn't have to be that mean, you know. I know you had to stop you, but you really shouldn't have used such excess force. A loud sniffle comes from the bunny, and an easy look settles on Sari's face. I'm sorry, but it was necessary. If you just let me pass, this wouldn't have happened. You clearly won, you know. But then you destroy my clothes. The Dungeon Lord doesn't give us new clothes for months on end. She's so mean to us on the upper floors. Sari looks back at me. It's only the first floor, and I already feel like a villain. She lets out a heavy sigh. Is there anything we can do for her? Absolutely. I walk over to the sniffling bunny. She looks up to me with dewy eyes. Oh, come on. Everything is going to be fine. I gently pat her on the head. She looks a little less upset then. Is it? Head back up the stairs and talk to my innkeeper. She'll make new clothes for you. But if I leave, the overseer will get angry. And she's really, really scary when she's angry. Wait, she'll be angry anyway. I'm in so much trouble. You don't have to come back. If you leave, you could just leave forever. They're not going to be able to hunt you down. Really? Her eyes filled with hope now. She eagerly awaits my confirmation. Yes, just get out of here. But are you going to stop them? That's why we're here. Cannot tolerate injustices being done to poor little monsters. Thank you. Do your best down here. She really leaves, taking off far faster than I was expecting. Well done, Sari. You've won your first battle. It's merely one step of a long journey. But she was far stronger than I was expecting. You said she absorbed part of your power? Yes, my power's been stolen from me and shared among the monsters of this dungeon. If we're going to survive, we'll need to reclaim as much of it as possible. I will share my power with you as long as we go along, Sari. Well, although I prefer to use my own strength, I'll take whatever bonus I can, what boons I can even. Okay. Hang on, how do we turn? Is there... I wasn't paying attention to the controls. There we go. That's how we turn. This appears to be a dead end. Okay, we'll go back. Very, very traditional stuff. Got another bunny girl attacking us. Okay. Okay, so let's just try an auto battle here by pressing A. Going pretty well, I feel. I found 10 mana shards, so bunny girls obviously very easy to defeat. A vent. Sari, before we process further, I need to ask a favor of you. What is it, Jomi? I know that you do not appreciate your position right now, but I'm afraid that we need to capture more subordinates. So you want me to catch them for you? Exactly. Well, I do not agree with this idea as a matter of principle. We need as many allies as we can get. So what is it you need me to do? I will show you how to use a capture spell. Since I'm directly channeling my magic through you, it should be a simple task. Very well, show me. Sari's learned the capture ability. All monsters you encounter at random will inside the dungeon can be captured. After capturing them, they'll be sent to the prison in your hometown. You need to be your captured monsters if you want to add them to your party. To capture a monster, you must do enough damage with the capture ability to defeat her. Ideally, you should weaken them until they can be taken out with one hit. Not all monsters can be captured this way, but there may be other means of recruiting those monsters to your cause. Monsters to a higher level than the caster of the capture spell cannot be captured. Okay? Very, very simple stuff, but you know, doesn't need to be complicated. So far, this is already better than every other Sakura game I played. Actually, I want to check out the, Go away! I guess I should try and capture a bunny, shouldn't I? Okay, yeah. Let's try a triple slash here. Okay, that's perfect, right? Then I do capture. And this one's definitely going to be captured. Oh, I need to guard. There we go, captured. Good job, we have our first ally. That's one way to put it. Are you sure this rabbit's going to be much use to us? You underestimate that rabbit. There are particular species they found in windswept plateaus to the north. While they seem harmless enough, they have a natural affinity with the wind. They can tear you apart without having to touch you themselves. What an unusually vicious rabbit. I suppose it's a good thing they're on our side now. Very much so. Remember not to look down on anything you find in this dungeon. It can come back to bite you. Okay, we'll head back to town once we finish this floor. A barrel? We should break it. Why is it the first thing that crosses your mind? You never know what would be hiding inside a barrel. Fine. She takes a blade to the barrel, smashing it to pieces. Something shimmers among the splinters. 5 mana shards. Not a bad start. Mana shards? Yes, small pellets of concentrated magic. They're highly useful, I can tell you. Very well. She grabs the shards and puts them in her belt pouch. You will encounter objects can be broken open for treasure as you proceed through the dungeon. To interact with objects, walk up and click on them. Okay. Go away, I don't need you anymore, you can just die. That's fucking ripping sound effects, what the fuck? Oh my god. Event that way. Here we go, another event. Strange, I don't feel fatigue while I'm down here. Monsters naturally recover quickly from wounds and tiredness. I passed some of those traits from you to our contract. Well, I can't complain about that. There's no hidden magic in this game. Instead, all party members regenerate health over time. For each turn in battle, or for every 2 steps, a party member will recover health based on how resilient they are. If a monster's outfit is damaged, their recovery rate is reduced by half. A monster's outfit is damaged when their critical hit and their current VP is lower than half their maximum VP. Jesus Christ, there's actually like complicated shit here. Why are they naked? Just because. Would you mind not attacking me quite so horribly, please? Can you just like just fuck off? And that is the first floor of the dungeon. I knew you could do it. Well, it's only the beginning. Can you imagine what's waiting for us down there? I would not think too much about it. After all, it's best to keep things one step at a time. 1 floor, 1 step, 1 battle. Yes, I'm very much aware. I don't know how deep this dungeon reaches into the earth, so I'm prepared for the worst. Go to the next floor? No, not yet. Let's just check out down here quickly first. Nope, dead end. Okay, we're definitely letting out here now then. Yep, next floor. This dungeon isn't the worst I've encountered. If we keep up this pace, we'll be through it in no time. You should not say things like that. If you keep doing it, you'll become overconfident. When that happens, you'll underestimate the obstacles ahead. That's true enough. But even if I'm facing overwhelming odds, I have to stand firm. If I gave up so easily, whether I face some trouble, if I gave up so easily whenever I face some trouble, what good would I be as an adventurer? So that's the way you choose to keep fighting me instead of running away? Exactly. We both knew that there was no way I could win. It was obvious you had the upper hand. But even so, I could not run away from you. That's nonsense, Seri. If there was a less benevolent monster trapped in that seal, you would have surely perished. No heroic sacrifices or anything like that when we're working together, okay? I want both of us to make it out this dungeon alive. Very well. I will try not to. Thank you. As you go further down, the strength of your enemies will increase. Do not hesitate to retreat if you're having trouble. If you're defeated, it's game over. Okay, so how do I leave the dungeon? That's what I want to know. Return, I guess? No, let's return to the menu. Can I just leave through the entrance here behind me? Apparently not. Oh no, I have the stone. The stone in my inventory, right? That's the magic stone. Warp stone. Yes. There we go. And we simply go back here and we can reassess and stuff. Simple dungeon crawler, but with like funny anime, sort of like ecchi stuff in between. It should be a bit of fun. This, I'm actually quite enjoying it. So if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comment section. There'll be more Sakura Dungeon. I want to keep it with Sakura Fantasy, but it's Sakura Dungeon. We already had Sakura Fantasy. If you'd like to see more, let me know, and there'll be more to come pretty soon. Like, I think I'll do this and Max's Big Bust every other day until Danganronpa's done, and then focus on this as the main thing, as it were, after that. And I guess I'll see you guys really soon. You have a great day, and bye for now.